All right, 8:27 now, Memphis in black and white. We're continuing our discussion this morning with Memphis author Latrivia Nelson. She went to school in Memphis. She's obviously a black woman, went to Lemoyne Owen, and you married a white guy.
I did.
Did you saw our story. Did we get it right?
I think you did get it right. I think that people are marrying and dating outside of their race, but it has absolutely nothing to do with the color of a person's skin. It's more about finding somebody you're compatible with.
Yeah, that seems to be the case
Yes.
these days, but we can't deny the fact that it's been taboo in our
Yes,
culture and
it
certainly
definitely is.
in this region of the country. Do you think people are finally getting over that?
I think people are learning. We're being forced to. We have a president, a black president now. We have a lot of black leadership, and we're seeing interracial marriages and interracial dating more in the media. And so we're forced to accept it and to talk about it.
Yeah, the book you have in your hand there is a book you wrote, and the main characters in there, it's an interracial couple. Tell us a little bit about your book, Ivy's Twisted Vine.
Ivy's Twisted Vine, and it is a fiction based right here in Memphis, and does focus on an African-American female and a white male in a relationship. And I think the one thing that I continuously read in college were books that focused on race. And I wanted to talk about two people from different races dating and not use that as the main component, that people actually dealt with compatibility and their feelings for one another, and it not constantly be about the race.
Yeah. And hopefully we move to a post-racial society where we can all get over that.
Exactly.
But you heard some of the people in the piece talk about the fact that they still sometimes get stares. Do you and your husband, Sergeant Nelson, who's a Marine, Semper Fi, do you guys get stares when you walk through the mall?
We don't get as many stares. We do get stares. I mean, it depends on where you are, what you deal with. You're going to face it to a point, even if it's just with children, who want to understand what's going on there. Sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't, but you have to understand that, it's a part of it, and you move past it.
How was your family with the notion of you dating and then at some point you're going to marry a white guy?
Well, we're married, and they're very comfortable with it. We have children.
Prior to,
they really didn't make it a big issue. My grandfather was, he was an activist in his own right, and he really talked to us about, the fact that people are equal. And he continually preached it, and so that's something that we embraced, and my parents embraced, and they taught us. So it wasn't like it was something new in the household.
Yeah. There was one piece in our story where you heard Dr. Wiltshire talk about the black woman being not assertive enough. I'm paraphrasing what she said, but as relates to going after the quote-unquote good black man, the black man who's marriage material. Did you date black men before you met your husband?
Yes, I was actually married to a black man beforehand, and I know that is not true. I think that we all are assertive in our own right, and again, it's about your compatibility. It's about who you vibe with, and being aggressive isn't always what's going to get you the man in the first place. I think that it's just about finding somebody who understands you and you can reach, and that makes you happy.
Last thing I want to talk to you about, in our story, we saw that in interracial marriages between blacks and white in this country, almost 75%, 3 out of 4 of them are black man, white woman. And so in that scenario, it seems like perhaps the white women or the black women who say, I'm going to start dating outside my race because my choices are limited, more limited than they used to be, but they're actually not doing it. What do you think is holding them back?
Well, I think there are a couple of things holding them back. I think that maybe there is an issue in terms of wanting to feel comfortable, and again, finding somebody that you vibe with, that the cultural issues there aren't the most prevalent things that you're dealing with, and two, just, opening yourself to new things. You have to be open to new things. Okay.
Latrivia Nelson, the book is Ivy's Twisted Vine, and where can you pick that up at?
You can pick it up at Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, www.latrivianelson.com, Amazon, Borders, you name it, it's there. Okay, got the commercial link, Memphis in black and white. Thanks for coming on this morning. That is a thick book. Is it a good read? It's a very good read. It's like War and Peace, that thing, right? So it has some good stuff in there. Thanks so much for coming on this morning. Coming up on Good Morning Memphis, economic relief trickling down to Main Street. What we can expect in the way of a bailout for us, not for the big banks. You're watching Fox 13's Good Morning Memphis. It's about time they bail us out. I need a bailout.